Hi everybody. Well, it's mainly aimed at one body in particular, but it's just a request to have a look at a few of these little old cigar box guitars that Wally was so good at making. Anyway, here's one I've had for a while, Harry Potter tin, if you can see that, and the usual Queensland maple neck, scarf at the end, so on. And we've got pretty good machine edge, Wilkinson's, I think it is, Wilkinson machine edge, and a little bit bottom there to keep everything together. It's just to see what it sounds like, to give an idea. It's a bit hard. I wouldn't buy anything unless I can hear it, so this is just a bit of nothing really. Got a unique sound. I like it. Actually, the case is just as expensive as the guitar, I'm afraid, but I did have a couple of people interested in it. I sort of stuck about $4.50 on it, but I really didn't want to sell it. But, you know, things like this got to go in the end, haven't they? I'll just change and we'll have a look at another one. That one over there somewhere. And we'll try this one. This is an old one I've had around for a while. I'm just basically getting rid of old stock, and I've got rid of quite a few as a result of all of this. But most of the ones I've got, well, I've got three here to show you, and the intonation isn't all that good on the three of them, although one is a bit better than the others, mainly because they're fairly high strung, as you can see. And the reason for that is I play mostly slide, and I tend to think everybody else does too, so if they want to change it, it's just a matter of dropping your bridge, a little bit of an adjustment, because the frets are pretty good. There's no drama there as far as I'm aware, but when you've got them a bit high, the note on the string goes out a little bit. But they all got a volume on this thing too. You can turn it up a bit. Anyway, that's that one. Moving right along. We'll try this one. This again is an old one. I made it on order, and the lady that ordered it was on the Gold Coast and requested a certain picture, and when it was put on there, she rang up and she said, "So what does the photograph on the front represent?" And I said, "Well, just about anything you like, darling." And she said, "But it must represent something. Is it from the original Old South, or how old is the guitar?" And I said, "The guitar at this particular time, as you know, is about 2 weeks old. And the photo I got off the net like everybody else does." And I said, "I don't think you really want to buy it." So I hung up, and I've still got it. I really didn't bother. I think you can only stand so much bullshit in your life. This one again is pretty high. You can see that. It's as high as they come. And it's got a little the pickup on the side of it there. I think it's like a ukulele pickup, but it works all right. anybody looking at this that hasn't had much to do with these things or with anything really. It depends on the tuning you put on them and the size of the strings. I've been known to put 61s for the bass. Normally the high string is about a 16 or something like that. I'd say this one's about it looks to me to be probably a 13, 17 and probably a 32, something like that. Enough of that one, but just a little look there. That's if I can find where the camera is, that's it. And like so. And these are just standard type machine heads on the end. Not a bad looking little thing. I'm using the computer camera because I bought a new computer and it doesn't have a thing on it that I want. I must have been drunk. I don't know why I bought it, but anyway, got to do something about it soon. It's they just tell you, yeah, you can buy this, connect to it, and you can buy that to put on it. And I thought, mate, how many thousand do I want to spend on a computer? This one is the pick of the trio, or the four, I think. The sound's quite good, and plays quite well. It's got a fairly decent size pickup there. Another special. I mean, these things aren't expensive when you buy them, so that is sort of explained by what you get on that particular guitar. It's you cannot spend $500 to make a guitar you want to ask $200 for or $170 for. You wouldn't be around for long, would you? We're not all Chinese, so we can't afford to make guitars for $12. Sell them for $190 with the pickup and an amp included. But this one, all right. There we go, Joe. All done. I like playing that little fella. It's not got a bad sound actually. And again, it's the strings are very high on this one, mainly for slide. But they can come down a bit because of the pickup. There's a high back on it, but they can come down so far. You could take the nut down a bit. It could go down, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch or so. You would lower them a bit, but they're not a maton, you know. I think that's the main thing we have to realise here. We're buying a specialised type of thing. They play quite well. I've been gigging with them for a long time, mate, and they sound great. I've had band members from the next band coming on come over or wait for me when I come off the stage to ask me what the hell I'm playing. One guy said, Jesus, mate, the bass on that was lower than my bass guitar, you know. They sound pretty good, but depends on the player too, doesn't it? All right. that's about the size of it. I'm going to see if I can put this thing up now. This one, I might add, hasn't got fret markers in it. I've just drilled some little holes in there. You might not be able to see them. Maybe, yeah, you might just see that one there. I don't know. It's fine for me, but who knows? That's the way it is in the life, on the coast, in a tourist area where one doesn't have room to breathe in holiday season. Having said that, arrivederci Roma.